So today I did an interview with Titus Bordeaux. It was an excellent interview. The young man has a bright future. After the interview, I decided to talk with the subscribers. And it was a subject that was important to talk about, which is what if our top of the line HBCU teams went to the FBS? These discussions are important. And at the end of the day, the goal is to enhance all HBCUs. And I'll chime in. It's a family at HBCUs. And also, I got to bring this up. Stop handicapping HBCUs. If someone has a question, right, to bring in a couple HBCUs to FBS, why are we telling others that it's impossible? If Coach Prime, Willie Simmons, Hugh Jackson, and many more talked about moving up to the FBS, but we're having a mentality of let's stay in the FCS, how's that going to help? Don't limit the potential of our people. If they believe we could go to FBS, why not? I'm going to give you an example. Look at all the schools. Look at Coastal Carolina. Coastal Carolina didn't have any funding. And they were able to do it. No, y'all talk. I'm mentioning it because there's going to be an HBCU in the FBS. There's going to eventually be an HBCU in the FBS. So I'm letting them know. Don't handicap these schools. When you join the FBS, they give you money to start up your program. They did it for Coastal Carolina. They're doing it for James Madison. Now, James Madison had more money than Coastal Carolina. Let me think. Boise State. Boise State wasn't winning like that in the FCS. They were regular. Youngstown State and Georgia State was winning at the time when Boise left to the FBS. They didn't have money like that. You get money when you move up. I'm preaching now. This is the truth. You get money when you move up. Let's say hypothetical. This is hypothetical. And if you get mad, who gives a damn? I don't really give a damn. Let's say they want Jackson State, Grambling, FAMU, Tennessee State, North Carolina A&T to move up, right? To have a FBS HBCU conference, and they're going to give each school $10 million or $15 million in a small TV contract to CBS Sports or something like that, because it wouldn't be ESPN Start now. Let's use common sense. Let's say it's that. You know what that could do for a program? I want you to listen out. You know what that could do to a program. So stop handicapping these schools. You heard it first. It may not be this decade. It may be 4 years. It may be 2 years. It may be 2 decades. But an HBCU school, or a couple of them, will go FBS. But how dumb did we sound to say, oh, we don't want any HBCUs to go to the FBS? Sorry for not mentioning South Carolina State and Southern. Yeah, they will be consideration as well. South Carolina State has a history, and before people say, oh, South Carolina State don't have the money, man, if they give them $15 to $20 million to move up to the FBS, just watch how that campus grows. Shoot, I'm going to stand by it. I'm not with handicapping schools to their dreams and becoming a power. Can you imagine if Southern, if Southern was invited to the FBS and they're gonna give them $10 to $20 million. More Yard Talk says Morgan State. Watch what it does to their program. See, what we should have said is if a couple of HBCUs move to the FBS to keep the culture. As long as you keep your culture and it's still at HBCU, it should never be a problem. That's the question. I'm teaching now. If Southern moves to the FBS, you think they're going to lose their culture and how they are to the community? Hell no. And it goes the same for any other school. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all know I'm preaching right now. Right, Yard Talk. They don't want to see it because they don't want progression. They don't want us to become something bigger than we are. We got some schools talking about, oh, we don't need social media like the other schools. We don't need a social media like Jackson State. Hating on them because they ain't got their media game together. So they making excuses for themselves. If you're not for progression, I don't want to hear from you. I'm all about moving forward. I'm not about moving backwards. Right, Yard Talk. We was always supposed to be FBS. Tamale Sports says, you got me on an organ playing off key right now, DJ. Man, y'all, Arkansas State. Who said? Coach Simmons said Arkansas State moved up with lack of funding. My mama's from Arkansas. She told me how Arkansas State moved up. The Sun Belt took a chance. Arkansas State, before they moved FBS, was not making any money. But potentially, they had potential growth. See, moving up to FCS is not about having money right away. It's about potential growth. Let me repeat that again for the people in the back. Moving up to FBS is not always about having the money right now. It's about potential growth. So Arkansas State in Jonesboro, 7 hours from Little Rock and other places, but close to Missouri and Memphis, in Tennessee, had potential growth. Am I lying or not? So the Sun Belt gambled, and their gamble paid off. Now, right now, Arkansas State's not winning right now, but they had some winning seasons, and they made money for themselves. Now, what did I say that was wrong? Shoot. I don't know who wants to hear this truth, man. I mean, some people just want the HBCUs to be the same. They don't want no new facilities. They don't want better coaches. They don't want better nutrition specialists for these kids. See, it's all about the kids. But some people don't want new things because they think that if you move new, you're going to lose tradition. I tell you right now, Jackson, FAMU, and Grambling, and many other schools, Southern, if and when they move FBS, they're going to make it their mission to keep the culture alive. I guarantee that. Because those people don't play. They don't play about their school. They don't play about their history. They don't play at all. Zoe says, hell, even if you got money, you still move up to get more money. Exactly. That's the exact thing USC is doing. Talk to them. Talk to them. It's about these kids, man. I'm not about limiting potential of these young up and coming athletes. Do you know how many commits want to go to the SWAC and the MEAC, but don't want to go because they're talking about they want to play against competition? You eliminate that if they go to the FBS. Do you know that there's 4- and 5-star recruits that say if HBCUs was in a regular conference, they don't even have to be in a strong conference. If the HBCU conference, like teams. We're in regular FBS conferences or their own. They can have their own SWAC FBS conference funded by sponsors. Did you know that not just Jackson State, but every other HBCU that would become D1 would have an increase in recruiting, would have an increased recruiting budget, would have an increase of funding, would have more brothers and sisters attending schools, would have more money for the volleyball program, basketball program, will have more power to the people. This is what it's all about. It's not about you. It's about the whole landscape. Big Spell One, peace and love, brother. He says FBS always are adding stuff to their schools. HBCUs should do the same thing. You ain't lying. You are not lying about that. Why not HBCUs? Why not? Why can't they have the best things? Oh, I don't want new facilities because I don't want HBCUs to change and lose culture. They ain't gonna lose. So if they get a new facility, they're gonna lose who they are as people. That's the thinking I'm talking about. That's that backwards crap I'm talking about. Yeah, shout out to all the new subscribers out there, man. Peace and love to everybody, man. Zoe says HBCUs have gotten super complacent. They ass working now, though, because if they don't, they're gonna get left behind. And you think, hey, Zoe, and you see how Coach Prime moving? He's moving forward. Coach Prime's one of those coaches, like, if you don't move forward with me, I'ma still move forward. Don't get behind in this movement. Like Zoe said, don't be complacent and miss out on the blessing. I don't want to move up. I ain't trying to hear that crap. Tomorrow Leader Sports Network. Oh, he got a good question. He said, what do you think about HBCU's super conference? It could work, but I'll say this. You need enough. I'm in favor of the 8-team 4 non-conference schedule thing. I'm going to tell you why. It's because you need 4 non-conference teams to schedule out of conference to boost your ranking so more teams can be ranked. I want more HBCUs to be ranked. We could do a super conference, but you need 8 conference games and 4 non-conference. That's how I would do it. But yeah, that's more money. That's more potential.